Why did it have to be a British plane?
Oh, God. I have no idea. Like, I wrote in my notes about why is it a British plane, as well as why are they all so posh.
Why are they all so British?
So British,
Yeah.
so posh.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to the Franchise Rundown, the show where we take a second look at some of our favourite movie collections and see if they really are as good as we remember, or in certain cases, even better. We're going to go through sequels and trilogies and mammoth movie marathons and give you our very own rundown. I'm your host Wayne, and joining me is my co-host Charlie. Charlie, how are you?
It's Die Hard 2, baby. It's Die Hard 2. I'm really good.
Oh, let's see if this next candidate is up for the job. Hi Charlie, how are you? Die Hard 2, baby.
How are you?
I'm great. I would also say Die Hard 2, baby. I have to say this is one of the films out of the 5 that I've probably watched the least.
Same.
So
No, number 5, I've only watched once.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
But that's a commentary on the film rather than,
I haven't actually watched that at all, so
okay.
That counts. It's one of them that I've watched at least.
There's going to be a franchise at some point where we actually haven't seen it. So it's good that we've got one coming up where you haven't actually seen the film, and I've only actually seen it once.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a proper review where we're actually watching it pretty much for the first time.
No, I agree. That's why I'm actually looking forward to that one. But Die Hard 2, 1990, starring Bruce Willis, John Amos, Bonnie Bedeila, Reginald VelJonson, and William Sadler.
There they are.
Directed by Rennie Harlin. You did some research. What films has he done?
He's not done much in a while by the looks of it. A couple of classics. One of the big ones, Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
A Stein movie. Not seen, if I'm honest.
Really?
Yeah, 1993.
Good film.
I was only 2. I couldn't have watched it when I was 2. Then again, my dad made me watch it when I was 3, so anything's a possibility in my house.
And Die Hard wasn't out when you were born, so...
Anything's a possibility in my house. Right, Deep Blue Sea.
Yep.
Again, classic, 99. And then if you want to go sort of more modern with him, he directed Skip Trace. No. It's Jackie Chan and Johnny Knoxville, 2016.
Sounds up my street.
It did look interesting, but never got around to watching it. I don't think it was properly released.
Yeah. Why don't we get into our very own synopsis?
Right, here we go. Once again, New York cop John McClane is in the wrong place at the wrong time. This time he's waiting for his wife's plane to arrive at Washington's Dulles Airport?
I think so.
Dulles Airport? We'll call it Dulles. It sounds funner. Dulles Airport, when he uncovers a plot to sabotage the airport's landing system. Nice. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have gone for a longer one, but I think that says enough.
Okay, all right. Well, we don't want to give too much away.
No, we do not.
So now is the time on the pod when we give you, the listeners, the chance. If you haven't seen this film in a long time like us, or if you have, by a chance, never seen the film, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Now is the time to hit pause, go watch the film, and then come back and replay us right here. Jump into the rundown.
Please come back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
As we know, you all did as instructed and went and watched the film. For those of you that didn't follow the instructions as given, we are going to play the trailer.
Run it.
Listen, honey, when you land, can we check into a hotel or leave the kids with your parents? Order some room service?
You're on, Lieutenant.
I'll see you in about a half an hour, honey.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Christmas Eve.
Is there a cop on duty around here?
Airport police.
Go get him.
Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring.
Washington, D.C. International Airport.
What's this about?
Oh, just a feeling I have.
Ouch. When you get those feelings, insurance companies start to go bankrupt.
The tower's lost control.
Instrument landing system is down.
Backup systems won't come up. We've got blizzard conditions. Zero visibility.
Attention all controllers. We have a code red alert.
There's panic in the air.
This is a professional mercenary. You got the world's biggest drug dealer on his way here now. What do you need, a slide rule to figure this out? You get the hell out of my office before I throw you out of my damn airport.
And terror on the ground.
Who is this?
Who I am is unimportant. What I want is very important.
Oh, we are just up to our neck in terrorists again, John.
But for police officer John McClane,
Damn it. Shit, when I'm right.
it's just another Christmas.
You're the wrong guy in the wrong place at the wrong time. for maybe 2 hours. After that, those planes low on fuel aren't going to be circling. They're going to be dropping on the White House lawn.
Any attempt to restore your systems will be met by severe penalties.
Somebody out there. It's McClane. Blow it up!
Wife's plane, they're going to run out of fuel in 90 minutes.
What are you going to do? Whatever I can.
Last time, it blew you through the back wall of the theater.
Let a cowboy ride too rough? I don't like to fly.
What are you doing here?
I don't like to lose either.
This time, it'll blow you sky high.
That's what you expected?
No. This is just the beginning.
On July 4th, Die Harder. Bruce Willis, Die Hard 2.
Okay, that was the trailer. What do you think?
I think it's a good trailer. It's similar to the previous trailer of Die Hard 1, where it's very 90s with the bloke narrating.
John McClane.
Yeah, but it's a little bit less than the first one.
Yeah.
Then they show more in this one, I think. And
I know.
Just let it speak for itself.
I know in these it's difficult to get the range of it for a listener, obviously, because you're only hearing the trailer, but watching it gives so much away.
Mm-hmm.
It gives way too much away.
Way too much, yeah. The bad guy, who he is, who he's going to have an argument with, like the police officer, the lieutenant, or whatever he is. Yeah, it gives
pretty much right up to the final battle.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he's on the plane wing on the final battle. That's one of the big scenes of the film.
Yeah. And they give keep something in the locker, right? Anyway, so why don't we jump into the film?
Let's do it. So, on Christmas Eve, 1990, 2 years after the 1988 Nakatomi Tower incident, Los Angeles police officer John McClane is waiting at Washington Dulles International Airport for his wife Holly to arrive from LA. In the airport bar, McClane observes 2 men in army fatigues behaving suspiciously and pursues them into the baggage area. So our film kicks off. He has a little argument with the police officer, gets his car towed. Yeah.
I think the first thing to notice there, though, is that he's LAPD. So obviously they're reconnected after the end of the last film, moved to LA.
He brings that up because this is my wife's mother's car. You know, I mean, they want you to know straight away that they're back together. There's nothing about it.
And again, so obviously it's set at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think John McClane gets PTSD when he hears Mariah Carey?
Oh, you think he would? Like I think any normal human would get a little something, a little shiver.
If he's still alive, he doesn't like Christmas. he hates it.
I don't know. He got back with his wife on Christmas. Like you might just look at the positives. He's a glass half full kind of guy.
I don't know. I don't want to skip too far ahead just for this episode, but he's already killed about 40 people. That's got to do something to you.
No, not to him. I don't know why. It's a nutter. So I marked down pretty much to the minute he makes his first kill in this film.
Right.
16 minutes in.
That's pretty quick.
That is very quick. 16 minutes in, he's killed someone, and we'll get to it in a sec. But it's not just a quick shot to the chest or anything. It's quite a gruesome kill. It's not a good thing to see.
No,
especially at Christmas.
What a day! He's just waiting for his wife. Doesn't have to get involved, but he does, doesn't he?
He does.
That's the thing.
Well, the thing is, the reason why he gets involved, where he may not have, is that he sees these 2 guys, they're acting suspiciously, obviously up to something. He goes to report it to the police, realises that the policeman who gave him the ticket, it was a bit of not a nice bloke, let's put it that way, is the one he's speaking to. So he's like, yeah, we'll have a Merry Christmas, I'm off. Can't remember exactly what he says. I saw Elvis. Yeah, sorry, gents, I saw Elvis.
So all of this could have been saved if it was a different police officer that he bumped into.
Could have been, but the different police officer would have to have been like Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he's obviously John McClane's obviously a lot better than that police officer. He wouldn't have saved it. He wouldn't have, that bold bloke wouldn't have saved the day.
Just in terms of John's day.
John's day, yeah.
Actually, it'd probably get worse because his wife's plane would probably go down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably a good thing he stepped in then.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah, I think that's the whole premise of these films, is that he steps in and it's a good thing.
I guess.
He's not the bad guy.
Well, it depends which way you look at it, I suppose. No, I don't think that. I'm only joking.
Yeah, please. To the terrorists, he's the bad guy.
Technically, you could say that his death toll is way over 300, but we'll get into that.
Ooh.
So we see our main antagonist for the film is introduced. Quite a intense way.
Scenes, yeah. What was his name again?
His real name?
His real name.
William Sadler.
William Sadler.
Very interesting way to introduce a character.
Naked
yoga / judo,
fighting
jiu-jitsu, something. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. He's not capoeira, so I know.
He's ripped.
He's ripped. Why is he doing it naked in the room so intensely and so sweaty?
Well, he's sweaty from doing it, but why naked? I can't answer that.
That's weird.
He's just happy with his body.
Yeah, I guess. I did read something that they wanted to make it a really intense way to introduce a villain. It works.
Is intense the right word? Peculiar, interesting, just intense. I don't know. Just it's not the right word for me.
Could you not feel the tension in that room when he was doing that?
No.
Ridiculous. How not? And then they had the classic 90s trooper when he turns on the news and is immediately onto the story that he cares about.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I was just looking at his bum really, so I wasn't focusing on the intenseness.
Interesting. So it's a bit more about you. My second bit. So then they all get ready. Him and his crew, they're all in the adjoining rooms, and then he walks out of his room, walks past the next room, they walk out.
Yeah.
Walks past the next room, they walk out.
Yeah.
Do they practice that? Because that's like a choreographed dance.
It's so perfect. I think it's to represent how military, yeah, exactly, and how together they are and how organised they are.
It comes across more like they are a group of friends that practice being a boy band in the weekends.
I wonder if you did a beat to it, would it all come together, right?
Definitely. Probably one of those things that goes with any beat.
Gangnam Style. Yeah, doubt it.
Then we see Holly for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So she is on a plane about to land in Dooley's airport. Didn't we go to school with a Dooley?
Yeah. Kate Dooley.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Kate. Shout out.
Kate had like 4 or 5 brothers and sisters, so tell them about the podcast as well, please.
Yes,
share all the listeners and your mother and father.
Anyone, really. I've completely lost my train of thought.
So, we saw Holly on the plane.
Yes, correct.
Just having a chat on the phone. She rang up her husband, beeped her husband, who rang her back from a payphone, because there's no mobile phones.
Imagine the days.
Still these days.
Come on.
Yeah, you have to find a payphone. To be fair, it sounds quite peaceful.
No.
Not being able to, like, someone to get you at any point of the day.
Not being contactable.
Yeah.
I think people think they want that, but no one really wants that. Can you honestly say you could live without your phone now?
Yeah, probably not.
No, you can't. No. I remember when I got my first iPhone, I was like, 14? And I remember saying something like...
14?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think when I got my iPhone.
18, 19. No, 20.
No way.
Absolutely.
No way.
Between 18 and 20. We were still having flip phones at 14. We still had the Motorola Razr at 14.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the iPod may have came out when we were 14.
Anyway, my point was, I remember when I first got it, I remember saying something along the lines of, oh, I'm not going to be one of those people that's like totally addicted to their phones. Like, I don't need it. But now, if you ever get that thing where you feel your phone buzz in your pocket, but it's not in your pocket.
It's your leg.
It's your leg.
It's your leg. At least 2 or 3 times a week.
That's a memory impulse.
Yeah.
From buzzing in your pocket.
I get it all the time, and it's so annoying. You have to check your phone every time.
Yeah. Oh. And then you get anxious because you don't know where your phone is.
Because I've said that to other people, and they don't believe me. I was like, but I guess like for say women might keep it in their handbags. For me, it's always in the same pocket. Jeans, trousers, always in the same pocket.
Always.
So yeah.
So I always get the little buzz, and
that's the weirdest thing.
All right, I'm gonna try another one on you because this is one that I've said to people, and no one ever agrees with me. I'm gonna see if you think of it as well. You know when you use earbuds.
Earbuds, so cleaning your ear.
Cotton earbuds, right?
Yeah.
Clean your ear.
Yeah.
Do you ever get that point when you are like that so deep in your ear when you're just like, like I don't know how to.
You get a tingle.
You get a tingle in your ear, and you get it like down your back.
I have had that.
Yes.
I have had that, but I don't use earbuds anymore because they're not good for you. Just block up your ear.
Right, let's just say we're talking about the past.
Yes, I've had that, yeah. When I was younger.
Finally. It's been so frustrating because everyone's like, you're weird.
No, there must be special nerve endings or something
Right,
in
it's
the
got to
ear.
be something down there.
It's a sensitive area. It's where you hear sounds.
If anyone else out there has experienced this weird phenomenon, please get in touch and let us know. Or actually, let us know if you have or haven't, and then we'll round up the numbers. See what we get to.
So back to Holly.
Back to Holly.
Yeah, so she spoke to John McClane briefly. They're going to get together, whatever, spend some time together.
We're like 3 minutes into the film.
Yeah. Holly speaks to her neighbour on the plane. Neighbour? Fly buddy.
Oh, I like fly buddy.
Fly buddy. She talks to her fly buddy on the plane, who reveals that she doesn't use mace anymore. She uses a taser, and that she's used it on her little dog, who limped for a week. What kind of sadistic person uses it? Not even just on a dog, on a little dog.
Yeah. That's harsh. I wrote down almost exactly the same notes.
You get a new taser, you go, I'll try it on the dog.
Well, that's the 90s, you've got to.
And then things are like 100,000 volts. Wouldn't it just cook its leg?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It couldn't. Yeah, a dog would be dead, I think. I also wrote down that it seemed like she also had a bit of a fetish for it.
Like she sort of enjoyed it, smiled it.
Did you get it? Did you feel that?
Yeah.
That lady freaked me out a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't want her to be my fly buddy.
Fly guy.
So, as you say, John notices the guy is being suspicious in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
He puts down his 2 drinks that he's just bought and his freshly lit cigarette.
Oh my god, that's one of my notes.
So
he never finished a cigarette.
Never.
As a smoker, and you're an ex-smoker, it's like about 3 pulls out of each one. And the thing is as well, with the 90s, it's not like he's confined to the area, so when he has to leave, he has to put out, he just walk with it. It's infuriating.
And I hate when people that obviously don't smoke on TV. That really bugs me.
But again, back then, 20 cigarettes were probably $1.50 or $2, so you don't really care.
Yeah.
They didn't cost much.
Someone needs to get them in Spain or something, isn't it?
Yeah. You'd like one off the other one.
European holiday. And then he follows the guys into the luggage belt area. He gets who's that guy that he speaks to?
Just the janitor, basically.
An airport worker.
Something like that.
He gets them to go get the airport police.
Mm-hmm.
Would you not, you give up a bit more information when you wouldn't just tell someone, go get the police. They'd be like, wait, why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's someone graffitiing,
No one, you didn't question it at all.
No.
I found that a bit strange.
Well, just before that, you see the main bad guys talking. They one of them asks the other one, what's security like? He says a joke. Security is appalling in the 90s in an airport. So it's a good commentary on that, really.
Yeah, something like this would never happen now, I guess.
Oh, absolutely not.
You can't do anything in an airport. Do you know the last time, where was I flying to? I've been to Australia with Fatima. And we went through security. And I think because we're so close to the airport, we left it quite late. When we got through security, there was not a single person there. Not a single person in the queue. So we just walked straight through, up and down the aisles.
Yeah.
Because there was no one there, my first thought was, I've got to take a picture of this.
That was you and me. It was you and me.
Oh, it was you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I got the destination right.
Yeah.
And they helped on me, and then straight away I seen the sign on the wall. No photos. I was like, uh-oh. And then the TSA officer forced me to delete it off my phone.
Yeah. Who called you out on taking a photo?
That was mad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I totally thought it was you.
And quite, not threatening, but forceful with it, the way he asked you.
Give me a phone.
Yeah. Make sure you delete that.
Yeah, show me you deleting it.
Yeah. Oh.
That was nervy. Oh, I remember when I asked because we were sitting in the bar for ages.
Mm-hmm. So you say we were taking photos, we were stumbling through.
Yeah.
Doing forward rolls. Snapchat and everything.
So yeah, the security nowadays, for rightly so, is a lot tighter in prison. In airports. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Both things are true.
You mentioned this briefly to me off the air about how quickly it takes John McClane to register a kill in this film.
That wasn't off the air. It was about 5 minutes ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
And that is 16 minutes.
16 minutes. Maybe slightly before 16 minutes.
You timed it?
Yes, as I was watching it. So that's including the opening 20th Century Fox bit. Like, it's from start to that point, it's just under 16 minutes.
That's quite fast.
And it's not a kill. He's trying to shoot these guys and shoot them in the chest or whatever, but loses his gun. So he's fighting them and then puts his head through a rolling thing and just basically squashes the guy's head. So seeing a head explode, that would do something to you.
Yeah.
Like a watermelon.
But you're saying that he has no PTSD?
No. Have you seen him in like all the other ones and the first one? If he hasn't got PTSD from the first one, like, he can squash someone's head.
He's so savage.
Yeah, so it's John McClane. He's not going to get PTSD. He's not hard. He's hard. So like, he loses his gun.
Yeah.
When he's in the first fight scene, and a bit that I really disliked is a golf bag goes past on the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Which was open.
Yeah.
That doesn't. You can't put them through open.
No.
Them golf clubs would be everywhere.
I didn't even think about that.
Really. They would be, and the thing is as well, it's not like it didn't have the top was tucked underneath.
Yeah.
So it could have been zipped up. So the golf club was open with all the golf clubs, and he grabs a golf club and then starts fighting with that.
That's a good notice.
Yeah. Thank you. I use my eyeballs.
Well done. Proud of you. We then have the bit where the guys dress up as security or something like that to go to the church to get rid of the guy.
Plumbers or something.
Something like that, right? Just to gain access to his house. This is my first sort of little gripe with the film. What's the line that the old guy says to him?
He says, basically he's talking about how the church is going, and he's like, he says, it's like a piece of me is dying along with this church.
And then the guy turns around and is like, you're right about that, and shoots him.
Yeah.
Right. That I immediately wrote down, was this guy waiting for a setup? Was he practicing outside?
Because he could have killed him at any point.
Yeah, he could have just killed him as soon as he walked in the door. But he waited to do a one-liner.
Yeah. Guess that he's badass as well.
I pushed him into the freezer and said, chill out. You're off the chain. Can't wait to do those films. So then going back to the luggage area battle, let's call it, as it's famously known.
Mm-hmm.
They're both military guys, ex-military.
And they're not just military, they're like special unit.
Right.
Like cream of the crop.
They are the worst shooters I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever. It's not that hard to fire a gun. It can't be.
The thing is as well is they go, yeah, let me, like when they first start talking, it's like, yeah, let me show you my badge. And then they've got enough time to get a shot off.
Plenty of time.
Yeah. For military anyway.
Yeah. They go down easily.
Well, one of them goes down, the other one reports back.
Yeah, well, I got that bit as well. That was weird. So he's like, oh, where's the other guy? Oh, you didn't make it. And they're like, oh, man. Like,
yeah.
Explain more. Did he not make it because he had to run to the shops?
Yeah.
Is he going somewhere?
Explosive diarrhea?
Yeah.
What's happening?
What were they doing? They were doing a very low, a very covert job. There was no reason to think that he would have died.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, man. That's your buddy.
It's your mate. So moving on from there, they want to reopen the section that the person died in, where McClane feels that it's a crime scene, they need to close it off, and this is why he goes to see the lieutenant, the main cop, and just what's happening, why is it going on, and gets in a massive argument with him.
Yep.
The lieutenant had fair points. It's an airport, got 10,000 people coming through here, we'll take the photos later. And then he walks out and calls him a fat, you know what? And a slightly overweight man myself, I never want John McClane to talk to people of my stature like that.
Oh my God.
Don't do it, John.
Now he's got PTSD.
Oh, that's sad. I get PTSD from someone saying that.
Yeah, it is. I've written down, it starts all over again. It's just so much more police ineptitude.
Yeah.
It's a total recurring theme from the first one. Who's training these people in the 90s?
I have no idea, but it is appalling.
It's awful.
It is appalling.
You do see it in a lot of films from the 90s, though, that's quite a common occurrence.
Yeah. The thing is as well, like, for film shoots, police do a lot of good work for them, like shutting off streets and helping with the public and stuff.
And look how they're portrayed.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be so, I wouldn't help if I knew the film was portraying my profession, my calling, some would say. like that.
So then we see our returning hero from the first film, Sergeant Powell. What's he doing?
Twinkies. Do you say you've never had a Twinkie?
No.
You said you haven't. No.
No.
Oh,
have you?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, really?
I went to America when I was a kid a few times.
I've been to America a few times. I haven't had Twinkies.
Really? That's something you do when you go to America. You get a Twinkie.
And that's it,
and then you come home.
Starting to see why you've got PTSD about that comment now.
To be fair, they're not all that.
I didn't think
they're
so.
Really not. It's American. It's just full of sugar.
Yeah.
Like the cream. Yeah. Well, sorry for our American viewers.
Listeners.
I'm filming.
We have another recurring theme. Is bad guys using chainsaws?
Chainsaws? Oh, yes, the chainsaw. Go on.
That seems to be the only way in the 90s that you could cut through multiple power lines or phone lines.
How would you cut them then, Wayne?
I'm sure there's another way. I'm sure you could just disconnect them.
How would you cut them then, Wayne?
Not with a chainsaw.
You have nothing.
Oh, that's a bit aggressive. So is using a chainsaw to cut power lines. Hey, I just thought there's something fun that I noticed that they did in 2 films.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Thank you.
Well done. You do take this podcast quite seriously.
I do.
Yes, I'm proud of you.
Yes.
And me.
Yes, me
and
too.
Also me. Right, so back to the synopsis. Former US Special Forces Colonel William Stuart and other former members of the unit establish a base in the church near Dooley's. They hack into the air traffic control systems with a chainsaw.
Yes.
Sever communications with the planes with a chainsaw. And deactivate the runway lights. Probably with a chainsaw.
Probably.
Their goal is to rescue General Ramon Esperanza, a drug lord, not Lloyd, and dictator of Valverde, who is being extradited to the United States to stand trial on drug trafficking charges.
You're really good with the old Spanish names there, aren't you?
That weren't bad, I don't think. Let me try
great.
again. Hold on. Ramon Esperanza and Valverde.
That's not what you said the first time.
Esperanza, I said.
Ramon Esperanza.
Right, so Valverde
Thank you.
was in a previous film with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you remember the film?
Commando.
Yeah, made up for the film, like Colombian territory or country. Wait, territory. Yes.
Yeah.
Just for the film. So, yeah, I don't know why they've transferred that over.
I don't know. 90s films, man.
Yeah. Maybe just easier to create a name.
We then see William Sadler's plan. It's absolutely psycho.
Go on, explain yourself.
His intentions and his desire and his lack of empathy towards a whole plane full of people, he is happy to put a plane down.
Mm-hmm.
That is part of his plan.
Yeah.
He knows that he has to do it once to make sure that they listen to what he's going to say.
To stand down as authority, basically, yeah.
So just to get this one guy, he's willing to kill, what's a 737 hold? 300 people?
If it's full, yeah, something like that. Mental.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely insane plan.
But again, people like this would see it as their fault because he's given them all their options. He's told them what to do. It's their fault they've messed up. So, yeah, this psychopaths like that, it's their fault.
Mad. Why did it have to be a British plane?
Oh, God. I have no idea. Like, I wrote in my notes about why is it a British plane, as well as why are they all so posh.
Why are they all so British?
So British, so posh.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it as well. In the 90s, like, your air hostesses, I think, were a lot posher. So if it was going to be a British plane, they would be posh. Like now, they're covered in orange makeup. It's not the same thrill and it's not the same experience as it once was. So I accepted the poshness a little bit more. I just hate the fact it's a British plane. And to be fair, the pilot, he's actually Irish, isn't he? Yeah.
I love that actor.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Don't worry, love. We're just like British Rail. We might be late, but we get you there.
To be fair, she was right. She got him there. Just not showing how many pieces, but she was there.
Good old British Rail. What was it as a made-up airline? Was it Windsor Airline?
Was it?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Of course it was.
We then So we're in the control tower.
Yep.
This Trudeau guy, the chief of staff, whatever it's called.
Chief of planes.
Chief of planes.
Yeah.
Me, chief of planes. I like him, right? He's a good character.
Mm-hmm.
He loves his little 3-phrase sayings. Did you notice this?
No.
He says about 4 or 5 different times.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's deciding on the plan for the planes to circle around, stack 'em, rack 'em, pack 'em.
Yep.
And then
I noticed that one.
Then he's got another one. Was it something like the line starts with the Mississippi? They better start taking numbers. That's not enough information, right? He's the chief of planes. He needs to be given really succinct instructions to what to do in this situation. He can't just be saying these little phrases. Stack 'em, back 'em, and rack 'em. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Maybe he's been there a while, and everyone knows what he means.
I'm sure he has, but he's never had this situation happen.
Okay, yeah. So usually that means dinner's ready.
Yeah.
Where now
you need to be really obvious with what you're saying to these people because they don't know what you're doing.
No, I agree.
There's another one as well. It will come to me.
So at this point, McClane gets into the tower to speak to him after he's had the fingerprints of the mercenary he's killed run by Al. So the mercenary had been dead for 2 years. He's a ghost basically, which tells him that something's going on more than baggage theft.
Yep.
When McClane's getting the fingerprints, he lifts the hand up, gets the fingerprints, and the hand stays up. And then he makes a snide little funny comment and puts the hand down.
Yeah.
And just about 5 minutes later, when he's arguing with the cop again and the air control people, the cop says, "You're the one who gave us that dead body." You see a slight bit of remorse in his face.
Whose?
In John McClane's, he's like, "Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I know that." I just thought I saw a slight bit of remorse or a bit of, maybe not remorse, but guilt or something. But he just did that joke thing with his hand, with the dead body, his hands up. Rigor mortis was already set in somehow. It's only been like 20 minutes.
Yeah. So you're conflicted about how he feels about these deaths?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. It's just nice to see a little bit of guilt or something from him. Just McClane being able to get into that tower just again shows how lack security is.
Yeah, and that also a reporter.
Yeah, and the reporter, not even like, so he might flash his badge and got up there.
Yeah.
I don't know how she got up there. That was mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. To get up to the main tower that controls all the airplanes. Why didn't the terrorists just do that? Just take over that tower.
Yeah, it's easy,
and set up in the church. Simple.
Lorenzo loses it, doesn't he?
Mm.
His officers for letting him up.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not happy.
So stupid.
Then we have Chief Engineer Leslie Barnes. I love this character.
Chief Engineer?
Yeah.
Not Deputy Chief Plane Man?
No.
What do we call the other guy?
Chief of Planes.
Chief of Planes, not Deputy Chief of Planes.
No, Chief Engineer Leslie Barnes.
Yeah.
Figures out that they can use the signal tower in the other side of the airport.
Yeah, in a new terminal that they're building.
In a new way so that they can communicate with the planes.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to go, or he's off to that tower, and that's what John McClane hears just before he gets thrown out.
The Sky Annex.
Sky Annex, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's actually a deleted scene. I don't know if you've seen them.
No.
Deleted scene, which just shows the terrorists taking over that section because it was originally painters and decorators in there and they killed them.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And take their outfits and take all their stuff.
Interesting
that they kept it out.
So, yeah. Again, they've got to cut down these films. This was nearly over 2 hours, I think. They've got to cut down these films. But so they are headed to the tower, and the officer sends a SWAT team with them.
Mm-hmm.
Another SWAT team.
Yep.
That is god awful.
Yep.
Absolutely god awful. So they're just walking up there. Don't worry, we'll protect you. Whatever. And then all 6 to 8 of them get on the same escalator, travelator, yeah, whatever you want to call it. Wouldn't you secure the area?
I want to call it travelator. That's what it's called.
They're called travelator. Yeah. They all get on the same one. Wouldn't 2 go one side, 2 go another, 2 protect?
That's not a SWAT team.
No, it's not. There is no training behind that. Yeah. You literally, shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
Literally, is that what the guy says? No, he says, like sitting ducks, and then pops one straight in the head.
Another pun out. Here, guy, what do we look like? Sitting ducks?
No.
Oh no, what do I look like?
Yeah. Yeah. like a sitting duck. Pop. And then, so the first... Well, to be fair, the first SWAT guy is killed by the T-1000.
Yeah.
So I can't blame SWAT for that, if the T-1000's there.
So that T-1000 is Robert Patrick from Terminator 2. Read an interesting fact the other day. The actor actually improvised the scene. You know when he walks through the steel bars in the prison?
In the mental hospital.
Yeah, he actually improvised that. The door was supposed to be opened for him by a member of staff, but they forgot to take the lock off.
Right.
But he didn't want to break character, so he astonished everyone and he turned his body into liquid metal and carried on walking through.
Okay. What website did you get this from?
That was on The Guardian.
The Guardian?
Yeah. Front page.
Last week.
But it's not. I love
some actors, I swear, they're so committed to their roles,
right?
That he can turn himself into a fluid.
Very Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's weird. It's so that him, the T-1000, and the main bad guy in this.
Yeah.
I always get them confused in later films. 20 years from now, I always think the main bad guy in this, when I see him older, is that actor, the T-1000.
Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if it's a similar face or what. For years, completely got him wrong until I've rewatched this today and I've realised how many times I've got that wrong.
Interesting. You never... I can't think of him in any film where he's not been a bad guy.
The T-1000 or the other one?
T-1000.
Can't think of him in any film.
I picture him in other things. He's always doing something naughty.
He was in the show True Blood as a werewolf.
There you go.
But he wasn't that bad.
He was a werewolf.
He wasn't that bad of a werewolf.
I didn't like that show.
What's not to like?
We forget a bit of how John actually gets to the Sky Annex.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going through... How does he get there?
So
he gets to the janitor's bit somehow.
So when he leaves the tower, he goes through the elevator.
Ah, that's right, yeah. Oh, he loves his playing around in lifts, doesn't he?
Yeah, I do like how he sort of doesn't explain it there. After he gets out of the elevator, he goes, another elevator, another basement.
Yeah.
Again, why does this always happen at Christmas or something, he says.
More fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, brilliant.
Which you just did not see that in films at the time.
Mm-hmm. Again, it doesn't seem too forced either.
No.
Like, it just seems like him.
He does seem like the kind of guy who would just say things like that to himself.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of lines that they have forced in this film where they've tried to make it a one-liner like they had in the original. That they've tried to force through, but like that one, that was great.
That felt natural. Yeah. He then meets the janitor. I can't remember his name. Eddie or something.
Marvin.
Sorry.
Marvin. He's basically the new Al.
Yeah.
Al's only in it for a minute max,
if that.
I've realised in these films he always has to have a sidekick.
Yeah, 100%.
In every single one.
Because he's the brawn.
Oh, absolutely.
He needs the brain.
And he's, brain, well, Marv's more like the bit of comic relief as well.
Yeah, but he's the brain because he knows all the stuff about the airport.
He is, yeah.
For the situation.
Okay, so the next point, they've told all the planes what's happening, well, not what's happening, that they've got a circle, they're going to lose communications. Mm-hmm. And at this point, they change all the boards to delayed for all the flights.
Mm-hmm.
With all this happening, we can just put them all as cancelled and get everyone out of the airport. Everything's cancelled, everything's done, everyone go home.
But they didn't want to cause a panic.
Yeah, but cancelled would be angry, it wouldn't be a panic.
But what does cancelled mean when you're waiting for an incoming flight going to another airport?
But you could tell them anything. You could tell them, I don't know, lightning hit our control tower, it's going to take a week to fix. Sorry. Get them out of the airport where terrorists are near.
How do you do it though? Do it just by saying all the planes are cancelled? Because don't forget, you've got a quarter of those people are going to be there to collect family members and stuff, right?
Oh, that's a good point.
So
yeah,
they're not going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And people, if their plane is cancelled, they're going to be staying around talking to the desks. It's just going to create more panic.
Mm-hmm. No, fair enough. Okay, I'll give you that one.
Okay, thank you.
So the SWAT team's down.
So dramatically as well.
So yeah.
Every death in that one was so over the top. They really, and it was a long scene as well.
Yeah.
Because they had to kill every single one. Because only John lives out of, 16 people?
I don't know what it was, but it's something ridiculous.
It's about 8 each, right?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Oh, and Assistant Chief of Planes.
Deputy Chief of Planes.
Assistant to the Chief of Planes.
Okay, so this is another bit I've got with this film. So just as he's got one man left to kill and he's pinned under a bit of scaffolding, the his gun's just out of reach on the travelator.
Yep.
We all know when you walk on them travelators when it's moving, you're basically the Flash.
Yep.
You walk about a mile a second. I don't see how he got to his gun quicker than the fella could walk to him. No.
And also, it's the exact same thing as Marco in the other film, in the first film.
Yeah.
Just being cocky about getting the kill.
Yeah.
Just do your job, finish him off.
Yeah.
So that kind of ties. I was just about to mention as well. That's the first time our hero should have died.
Oh, okay.
In this film,
it is.
Not just there. That's. We'll come back to that, but just in that whole fight scene.
The whole fight scene.
Such easy prey the whole time.
Yeah, I think the bit where he should have died, I think, can't be so generic as a gun scene.
Yeah.
It has to be that point.
Okay, well then I'm going to go for the first one being when he pops out of the vent.
Yeah.
And there's 3 people that can easily shoot him.
Yeah.
Through that thin vent, and he doesn't get killed. So that's the first one, followed quickly by the second one, which is the travelator.
Mm-hmm.
There's a case to be made for the scaffolding falling on him.
Yeah. There's only one board.
It's John McClane. We'll allow it.
Right, so he saves Deputy Chief of Planes, and then the transmitter just blows up. So they've obviously rigged this transmitter to blow because they know they're going to go for it.
Yep.
The next scene is one of the terrorists trying to call the people, the painters and decorators, saying what's happening, what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they know? And that's why they blew up the thing.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to blow up anyway. It was just a coincidence.
I think initially I didn't think that. No, it does play out in the film that they do it because of what's happened.
Yeah.
But your point actually makes sense. They must have been planning on doing it whatever happened.
Yeah, because they don't know why the team's not answering the phone. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So it doesn't take long for John to figure out the plan as usual.
Yeah.
Pretty smart guy.
He knows that it's a mercenary that's been dead for 2 years. He knows something's going on, and then he just builds from there. And then there's all this gunfire, and they've got a special gun. He talks about a Glock, a certain Glock that doesn't go through their scanners.
A plastic one, yeah.
Yeah. So he knows these are professionals and not just baggage thieves.
This is when we see another former character from the first film, the reporter.
Yes.
What's his name?
Pass.
You can't pass.
William Atherton. His real name.
Okay, well, that's just what we're calling. That's fine. What are the odds that they're on the same plane?
It's a big place, America.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going to the same destination at the
That's
same
lazy
time.
writing, I thought.
I think just the storyline up there, like Holly. The only reason this is going on is because Holly's on the plane. But the whole story line up there is just, to me, it's just redundant.
About him trying to break the news.
Just everything, the bit between them both, and I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah. Really
not. I don't care about her as a character.
No. I'm surprised they kept him in, to be honest.
Yeah. Thornburg.
William Thornburg.
No. It's Dick. Yeah. Dude, we're so best friends.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just impossible that they're going to be on the same plane.
Mm-hmm. And Holly's plane is the second least amount of fuel in it. Yeah, so they crashed the first one on the least amount of fuel.
Yep.
McClane goes down to try and save it with some sticks of fire sticks. He obviously doesn't save it. It crashes. He rolls over, and like the pain he's going through, he like you can hear him sort of scream like, "No!" It's really believable. I thought it was good.
I'll tell you why it's really believable. Because it's
his
his fault.
It's his fault.
Yeah.
Why is it his fault?
Because he gets onto the radio with Sadler and is antagonising him.
No, but he was only going to do it because they tried to go get to the transformer.
Right.
That's the only reason. So he was doing it anyway.
You don't know that though. But just think about it.
But like you said, Sadler was going to crash one of the planes.
You think that now because he's sadistic, right? But what I'm saying is it does portray that he only made the aggressive move to crash the plane after he was antagonised by John.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, watch this.
Yeah, but basically,
sort of thing,
I think he actually might have said something like that.
No, it was about an atom bomb, and he's like, I think we can find something in between, and then crashes the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So that has got to do something to him, because in your head, if that happens, there's no way you're going to rationalize it and say that you didn't cause it.
Yeah.
Immediately you're going to
It's
think
your
you did.
fault. Yeah, you could have saved them. It's great as well when he's on the stairs after having a cigarette. He's obviously just staring into his face. The other bloke comes along, says a few bits, tries to comfort him, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, your wife's only got 90 minutes left." Don't tell him that now.
So savage. Tell him that 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you know what he does say when he walks up to him? I know how you feel. Why does he know how he feels? Has he done this before?
It's kind of his fault as well, isn't it? He feels it's his fault. Because he's the chief of planes.
He's the plane chief.
Chief of planes is a difference.
Sorry.
Plane chief's the one that drives the plane.
But yeah, to make a note again of Sadler's character, what a maniac. And you can see that a lot of the people there are not as on board with kicking the whole plane full of individuals.
I didn't notice that, I'm honest.
Really? So it's when he asks him to do the thing, he hesitates. That's enough for me.
Oh, okay. I might have missed that bit slightly.
That was just psycho.
Maybe I was captivated by him, how evil he was.
One of my gripes with the film was that the whole point of them going to the Sky Annex, etc., is because they couldn't communicate with the plane without them overhearing.
Yeah.
But less than half an hour ago in the film, John had contact with the plane. Why couldn't he just call Holly back?
So, they said that 5 of the planes had phones, and they managed to get through to 3 of them. So Holly's plane must have been one they couldn't get through to for whatever reason. Only because there was 18 planes, 5 of them had phones, 3 of them they've told them, so 2 of them they couldn't get them through to. I don't know why, because that phone seemed to work fine later when Thornburg rings to send his story. But there is a little explainer in there. They said they couldn't get through.
But they did eventually get through to everyone.
Yeah, eventually on the beep 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 thing. That's how Thornburg. Yeah.
I just refuse to believe that if this situation is going on when they can't land on the runway for whatever reason, why can't they? There has to be an emergency backup close enough by that can take these planes, not other airports. Which I think there is plenty of airports close enough to take any of the planes that were left.
So 90 minutes, an hour and a half flight.
Yeah.
America must, how big the place is, it must have an airport. They have airports everywhere. Private.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
There's no way that they would just leave them up there circling.
No.
I think that's really weak.
And 90 minutes was the shortest flight as well. Some of them probably had 3 hours worth of them.
I think it's really weak. By the time they finally got through to him, start scattering them.
And they're in Washington as well.
Yeah.
I know America's a big place, but it does seem a bit far-fetched.
Right, and also, even do an emergency landing in a field. They are trained to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, if need be.
Yeah, right? I just thought, it did take me out of it a bit, because I did think that's quite a weak plot when you really think about it.
Yeah, I don't think it was weak for the time.
After the first plane goes down, I just don't think they're going to take the risk with all the other ones and have them circling around. Because, to their knowledge, I suppose they think the Army's going to handle it, don't they?
Yeah, Special Forces team.
They don't know. Well, now that we've mentioned them.
So, a US Army Special Forces team led by Major Grant is called in. By listening in on a 2-way radio that was dropped by one of Stuart's henchmen, McLean finds out that Esperanza, having killed his captors and now piloting the plane carrying him to Dooley's, is landing.
Dooley's.
So this is the point McLean finds out that it's about to land. He's come up with a plan in his head to save Holly, and that's to take Esperanza hostage, essentially. Land my wife's plane, you can have him. Not the best plan.
No.
Going after a big drug lord on his own. I'm not sure what he was expecting when he got there. It's just Esperanza's just killed the 3 army men that was carrying him.
Yeah.
Gets there. Was a great line when he first sees him though. Oh, freedom. It just punches him in the face. Not yet.
I did love that bit.
Yeah.
You're right, actually. It's a really good point, because John must assume that there's going to be some kind of guard.
No, he'd overheard that he was flying the plane and had to land now on the radio.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But again, he's not coming up with plans. He's just trying to save Ollie. He's just running. First thing he comes to, desperate man.
I didn't think the actor did a very good Spanish accent, but to be fair, he's Italian. But I think he sounded Italian, right?
Yeah. His accent actually sounded familiar, like from a game or something, like from Just Cause 3 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
I love that game.
That was a good game. Right. With Marvin's aid, McClane reaches the aircraft before Stuart's henchmen, trapping him in the cockpit. The mercenaries throw grenades, but McClane escapes via the ejection seat, seconds before the grenades detonate. I think it's a great scene. The CGI obviously was okay for its time.
Yeah.
Where he's flying out the plane. How long do grenades
Not
last? Not that long.
Not that long.
No.
Welcome to number 4 of how our hero should have died.
Oh.
There's no way they threw 15 or 6. Was it 15?
No, I actually reckon it was 6.
No,
No. Because there was 4 of them. How many grenades you got?
Is it 3 each?
Yeah, 3 each.
That's 12.
4. No, one of them was Esperanza, and one of them was the main bloke. Because I was doing this in my head. So you had 2 blokes, Esperanza, and the main bad guy who asked how many grenades you got. 3 each. So 6 go in.
I think it's more, and it certainly looks like more because that scene goes on forever.
He's got. I think he does at least 15 to 20 seconds. I'm sure grenades are under 10 seconds at the most.
100%.
Yeah. Just getting them seatbelts on, like the captain's seatbelts, they're a pain.
There's no way he did that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, John. Number 4.
We better just jumping out the window.
Well,
yeah. Actually, that's quite this like 40 foot up, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be planes off. Anyway, well done for getting out, mate.
Even though you shouldn't have. How on earth did Esperanza overpower that soldier?
I don't know. He's tricky.
Not that tricky.
So he's asked for a light.
Yeah.
He's walked up to him. He's given the light.
Well, he's asked for his freedom first, which I thought was cheeky.
He said no. He's given the light. He's turned round to walk back to his seat, and so that's when he stood up. Esperanza's not tied to the chairs. He's just got his ankles tied and his wrist ties.
No. He leans in front of him, he lights it, and then Esperanza sits back and smokes a cigar.
Yeah. So
he doesn't turn around to walk back. He sits back down.
He's not sitting back down. He stands up and looks at him. You don't see him walking yet. I'm just telling you how I think it's gone down. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah. It was my opinion.
Sorry.
Yeah. Because he's got him by the neck from behind. So if he's turned around to go back to his seat and he's jumped up quickly, that's the explanation I've got for you.
Crazy. What a chatty general. Did you find? Talking away to the petty officer, and then when the plane's in Mayday, he just doesn't stop chatting.
Yeah. I must land now. I heard you the first time. Yeah. I must land now.
Oh, repeat with his Italian accent. I must land now. Mayday, Mayday. Oh. And from Valverde.
Valverde.
Yeah, what a chatty guy. So, as John's on his way, I made a note. So he's running through the tunnels and he's trying to get there. It's a vent cuts across him.
No, but go on.
A vent shoots across him. But you always see this in video games. And if you ever walk through a vent when it's going like that, you always die.
Right, yeah.
So that's number 5.
No, you can't say the video game's more accurate than the movie.
Hey, my segment, my rules.
What's your segment?
Number 5.
5. Stop doing your hand 5. They can't see how many fingers you got up.
No, but you can.
No, I can't because it's in front of the mic.
But it's not like in video games at all, is it?
No.
He just walks through it as if it's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, you at least get half your life gone.
Yeah, exactly. You have to sit down and use med pack. Another interesting point. Do you know that bit where he lifts the grate up? Oh, first of all, gripe with that. When he shoots the padlock.
Yeah, it comes off a bit easy.
That doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm. When he's trying to get to the plane.
Yeah. Go on. Wasn't that on Mythbusters?
I don't know. I was trying to think about that, but I'm not sure if it was.
I'm sure they did it, and it just doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't just pop off like that. But anyway, go
on. The scene when he's lifting the grate up and then the plane comes across and just about makes it out, that was filmed in 8 different locations.
Why?
For everything they had. So they needed the tunnel, they needed the...
I thought you meant just the grate scene.
No, yeah. Well...
But you mean the running scene and everything.
The tunnels, the plane, the plane on the tarmac, the plane in the sky,
Mm-hmm.
him coming out of the tunnel,
Mhm.
the grate, him rolling around in the snow.
Yeah.
8 different locations to get one scene.
You come up with these great facts, and what I've got about that scene is that when he comes out the grate and his face first comes out, it looks like when Ace Ventura 2, when he's coming out the rhino naked. I put that's exactly how it looks.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Both just his face, just yeah.
I love that bit.
Yeah. Oh, guys, vote for Ace Ventura for the next one, so we can just watch that again.
Ace Ventura. How can he not hear the plane coming though? I know we're going back a little bit, but
the jets are going the other way.
Oh, come on, man! You can hear a plane coming.
There's 50 planes about 1,000 foot above him.
I know. So you can hear a plane when it's only 100 foot away.
I don't know.
Why are you arguing me on this? Just agree.
Okay, fair enough.
You can obviously hear a plane.
I'm devil's advocate. That's what we do. Okay, you can hear a plane.
So yeah, John escapes the plane with the ejector seat, and then parachutes back down.
Mm-hmm.
You've been parachuting, haven't you?
Yeah.
What was it? What was it like?
It is literally the best thing I've ever done in my life. Jump from 13,000 feet. You free fall for 45 seconds, which is about 8,000 feet.
Oh my gosh.
In 45 seconds. And then you pull maybe 7,000 feet. You've gone. And then you pull the cord. So painful on the groinal region.
What? Yanks you back?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
wow.
you don't go, you just slow down rapidly, so quickly.
Yeah.
And then that just pulls your whole harness up. So painful. So painful. And then...
You'd never hear that?
No. God, yeah, it was awful. But it was fine, because then just about 5 seconds after he pulled it was when we started drifting through the clouds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. And then I got to steer it a bit.
Was it like...
And I just pulled one really tight and did like a death spin. It was awesome.
Did he shout at you?
No, he was good. He shouted at me a little bit because when you pull the cord, when he pulls the cord, the phone on your back, you have to put your arms in a cross position.
Okay.
And he says, when I tap you on the shoulder, put your arms in a cross position. I didn't feel him tap me on the shoulder. I was more worried about the ground hurtling towards me at 140 mile per hour, I think it is. You get up to
terminal velocity.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's amazing. So he had to grab my arms and cross them for me, and then pull the parachute.
What kind of day was it? Was it like a clear day?
No, there was quite a few clouds, but again, you're above them for 8,000 feet, and then you go through the clouds for about 30 seconds, and you just drift down to the floor.
Did you get hit by lightning?
I did not. It was good.
That's how lightning's made.
It was so scary though, because as soon as we pulled up, the moment we pulled up and got out of the car, we saw someone else landing who broke both legs when they landed, and an ambulance came bursting straight out. Yeah, he didn't pull his legs up. He landed where both his legs were straight to the ground.
Oh my
god!
So
snap. Yeah.
Oh my god! I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anyway. I don't even like living on the first floor.
Tell you what, I've been trying to convince you for years to do one, and trying to, like other friends, I've mentioned to you many times, and other friends, it's the best I've ever done, do it, but it's until you do it, you can't know, so you won't do it because it's
I know
scary.
what you're saying, but you know me. I know what I like.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot to push me out of my comfort zone. I don't have that desire to throw myself out of a plane and go towards the ground.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Was there a point to this, or was it just me matching me to McLean? Because I'm with that.
No, I just thought it'd be an interesting tidbit.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
About when you went skydiving.
Oh god, yeah, it is. I'm like McLean.
Didn't you say
we're
that?
We're both parachuted and we're both bald now.
So even though you went through no, you're not. So even when you went through the pain of it yanking you back, you still said that you'd get up and do it immediately again.
Yeah. It wasn't that much pain, but it was enough. It was uncomfortable because it sort of collected your groin region a little bit. But that's the thing that saved your life, so you're not really that bothered by it.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyone who's got the chance to do it. Seriously.
Unless you don't want to.
Okay, moving swiftly forward. Barnes helps McLean locate the mercenaries' hideout, and they tell Grant and his team to raid the location, but the mercenaries escape on snowmobiles. McLean pursues them, but is stunned to discover the mercenaries' guns are loaded with blanks, concluding that the special forces teams are in fact Stuart's subordinates.
Mm-hmm. So my first bit on that, when he takes down the sentry. It's another pretty gruesome kill. The ice pick through the eye.
Oh my god, it was amazing.
He needs counselling.
He was about to die. There's a knife going to his face. It's the only thing he can think of. It's not like there was a less gruesome way to do it right there. He couldn't have thrown a snowball at his face.
No one can live through all this. I'm sorry. Just the trauma.
The trauma alone.
Yeah. And then we've got the just one more bit I noted when they throw Lorenzo out. The general, like, get rid of this guy, get him out of here, and I've just put down that it's got the sassiest squad members ever. With pleasure.
I didn't even notice that.
That cracked me up.
Yeah, little friendship you think start to bond. Then two start to bond there, and that's obviously all a lie. Again, another gripe with that scene. So Barnes helps McClane find the hideout, and then they tell the mercenaries after McClane goes in, like goes to get a closer look. Why don't they just stay back, call the mercenaries whose job is like anti-terror mercenaries to come in? We'll sit here and we'll watch them, and then we'll get a closer look or go in.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, let's get the team of assassins in.
Yeah.
Rather than me go for a closer look, and then Holly beeps him. Yeah. That's why he has to fight. God, such bad timing. Bad timing. Like just all of these films is wrong place, wrong time for this bloke.
That's just
he says it. Yep. They say it. I'm saying it.
It defines him.
It really does.
That's why they were so adamant that had to be in the trailer.
Oh, really?
That's the definition of John McClane.
Oh god, it is. Yeah.
They then used some C4 to blow the place up. Were you surprised that they didn't strap it to a chair and throw it from a height to activate it?
No, because they're not John McClane. John McClane does that.
I thought that was the only way you could do C4.
Let's not get into this again.
Sorry, I obviously haven't let that go.
Talking about sassy people. Look at you. So then we can do C4.
Alright, fine. God. When they escape on the snowmobiles, and they do that little jump, do you think they set that up themselves? Whee! I'm gonna set this up for later. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh yeah. You got snowmobiles. You got a budget. Let's do it.
Do you think there's actually supposed to be 2 sentries, but one of them is setting that up?
Guys, it's gonna be great. You can watch this. You can watch. You can see people. If anyone comes, don't get your gun out. Jump over a car and tackle him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first thing you do while I make this snow ramp.
Don't shoot and kill him immediately.
Yeah. Jump over a car.
Yeah.
It was an awesome tackle. I'm not going to take that away from him.
Fair.
But he's obviously got a gun on him. Surely he's got a gun on him. Yeah, just credits.
So yeah, as you say, this is when we discover that the general is not who he said he was.
Mm-hmm. Well, McClane's after him on Black and on the snowmobile.
Yeah.
And that's where he finds out because he had him in his sights.
Yeah.
And nothing happened. Meanwhile, his snowmobile takes about 400 shots. And then he jumps over a little ramp, and then snowball blows up, and he's all right. I just can't believe it's not like bulletproof glass on the front. I can't believe he didn't take a single shot. He should have just got hit in the shoulder there. I'd have been happy. So just one shot.
Can we mark him down then as is that number 5 or number 6?
6, at least.
So that's number 6. Mm-hmm. And are we going with the gunshots that he should have sustained, or the skimobile blown up?
Gunshots. I think the snowmobile he could have just been badly maimed or burnt.
Fair.
Gunshots from 3 people doing machine guns. So they're like 50 rounds a minute or something. No, probably more. Like a few rounds a second.
So that's 6 of this one. That's already more than the first one. Do you know then that
Esperanza? Yes.
Esperanza, right?
Yes.
So he goes on to radio. I can't remember the name that he gives, but William Sadler's radio name. Did you catch it?
No, I didn't.
It's Hatchling.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, you're my little hatchling.
Hatchling.
That's so sweet.
I know.
Oh, I'm going to call my daughter that. You're named after a Die Hard villain. Alright, so it's cooler than it sounds.
Why didn't I make a note of what the general's one? Probably Mama Bird or something like that.
Oh, reckon he baby bird feeds him.
Yeah.
In his mouth.
100%. That's why he's willing to kill 300 people for him.
Oh.
I get it now. So then this leads on to our recurring theme again, back to the police ineptitude.
Mm-hmm.
So John goes into the captain's office. He is surrounded by police officers, all of whom have guns.
Exactly what you're going to say, yeah.
He kicks back the police captain
Mm-hmm.
and shoots at him with a machine gun.
Mm-hmm.
No one there knows that these are not live rounds.
No.
And no one does anything.
At least 20 people,
Yeah.
I'd say. Yeah, all with guns. All trained police officers. Yeah.
That's number 7.
Yeah.
Because he should be Swiss cheese.
You could go number 7 to number 27, because the 20 people should have shot him, so one of them each. One of them, you know what I mean? One of them should have shot each once. So that should be 20 odd times he should have got shot there.
We're at 27 then.
Yeah, we're at 27.
Fine, I don't think we're going to top that one.
I don't think so.
But that's ridiculous.
It is. Because it's not he does like boom boom. He does a good spray of fake bullets. Yeah. And that's how we convinced him, obviously, that, they're working together. But there was too many police officers around, so not one of them to get a shot off.
There's no way. It was a cool scene, but there's no way that happens.
Yeah. Well, again, police in the first one, there was 40 police officers around, and only the fellow who hadn't drawn his gun in 20 years got the shot off on Carl at the end. Ow. Well, there's so many other police officers around with guns, and there's a fellow coming out with a gun aimed at you. He didn't even shoot the guy and he got shot.
Yeah.
These fellas...
So the Die Hard films are actually going back on themselves, because they're saying in the first one, if you scream and shoot your gun off wildly, you're going to get shot.
In the first one? No, just point a gun.
Unless you're John McClane.
Yeah. Unless you're John McClane.
Who can actually shoot the gun and not be shot.
Mm-hmm.
They need to fix up these police, man.
I'm trying to think if there's a recurring theme of that in the next two. I'm sure there is. I can't wait to get into the next two now. 2, 3, whatever.
3.
Yeah.
So then we go to Holly's plane.
Yeah.
They then find out that they are running out of fuel and they're going to have to do an emergency landing.
Yeah, and they're hostages, basically, they find out as well, because
So
of Thornburg in the bathroom.
Because of Thornburg, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So they then have to take the brace position.
Yeah.
On the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why that's the brace position?
I wrote something down about this as well. Oh. I'm not sure if it was from that TV show where it was wrong.
Oh, right, okay.
I thought that's the brace position, because if you do crash, you'll instantly break your neck and die. Yeah, is that true? I thought that was just something stupid from a TV show.
So it's not actually to save you.
Yeah, it's just
to kill you instantly.
And
also to cover your head so that you can get dental records.
Oh, that's so grim.
Yeah.
That's so grim.
Mm-hmm.
I'd so turn around and lie on the floor or something. You'd never find out it was me. Or quickly knock my teeth out.
That's insane, right?
I really thought I was just joking around when I wrote that down.
Because I think everyone who's afraid of flying must always have this idea in their head that why am I sitting this way if the flight attendant is sitting that way?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to sit the way you're sitting.
Yeah.
That's what I always used to think.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get a face full of meat.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Oh, lovely Evans. I went to see him live. How cool was that?
That was very cool. He needs to come back.
Yeah.
He will one day.
I threw my knickers on stage.
Yeah, from the back row as well. That was impressive.
We were not back row, I dare you. Did the terrorists, did they need that size plane?
Why not? In a situation like this, why not?
Seems a bit excessive.
Yeah, but what, you're getting something for free. Let's go big. Let's all sit down, have a dance, have a bottle of champagne. Like, why the hell not go for the big one if you've got someone who can fly it? And I think the bigger ones will hold more fuel. So if they've got further to travel, they're not landing anywhere. They have to get to this certain country within that amount of fuel. A non-extradition country.
So John catches up with the plane.
Yeah, he hitches a ride on the news helicopter.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was pretty cool. You could see why the guy was not going to go in front of the plane, but he's having enough to go over it to drop him on. It's crazy. It's just John McClane, right?
Yeah.
He stops the wing from going down, so that means that they send out.
After he jumps out of the helicopter, let's not forget that bit.
Yeah, I just said.
Does it?
Yeah,
Did you?
jumps out of the helicopter.
Does that helicopter onto the wing?
They send out John Amos.
Mm-hmm.
And Hatchling says that there's no one else that can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Off you go. There's plenty of people that can do that. You don't need to be sacrificing the general.
Yeah. And the eldest one as well.
Yeah.
Send one of the young guns out.
Yeah. That would never happen.
Mm. I did say, so they can't shoot guns because the wing's full of fuel.
Throw a rocket at him.
Is that how planes work?
Yeah.
The wings are full of fuel.
As far as I know, yeah.
So when half of the wing, do they take from both wings at the same time, or like one, so you just start turning because of the weight?
No, I'm sure they have an injection system where it comes from
I
both.
don't know. I just never thought it'd be in the wing. Just confused me.
Well, all your luggage goes in the middle.
Yeah.
And the people.
Yeah, fair enough. I thought it might be along the bottom. I don't know.
I'm sure some planes do.
Anyway. So yeah, fights with John Amos.
Mm-hmm. There's still so much more kicking than I think I've ever seen in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they just kick?
I don't know. The drop kick's kind of a safe move here because there's a couple of drop kicks because you don't fly off. If you know what I mean? Because you're sort of picking your landing spot when you do that drop kick.
But now technically, if he does the drop kick and jumps into the air, and the plane is going 90 miles an hour, shouldn't he technically land 5 feet back?
No.
Well, actually, he wouldn't move, but the plane would move 5 foot forward.
No, but he's moving 90 mile per hour as well.
Yeah, but when he jumps up, he's no longer.
Yeah, he is. Well, he might move at 89 because of a bit of wind resistance, but not that much.
So he would lose a little bit of space.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure how fast the plane was going either. So he defeats John Amos
in the most gruesome way possible.
Yeah. So he goes through the jet engine.
Yeah.
Don't birds take out these jet engines?
Yeah.
Yeah. That engine seems absolutely fine after a human went through it.
Yeah.
Human skeleton. You know what I mean? And he wasn't the skinniest bloke either.
Yeah.
There was a bit of meat on him.
I wonder if, maybe they're on only smaller planes that they can do that too.
I don't know.
Do you know, when I was younger, I used to think that if someone died in a film, that they had volunteered.
No, you didn't.
To die.
No, you didn't.
In that film. So
How
when I'd see them again in another film, I'd be shocked.
How old? And how many times till you saw someone in another film until you realised?
I don't know, like 18? No, I think I was like, 6.
Yeah.
Quite young. And I didn't understand. Obviously, didn't understand death that much. I can't remember exactly how old it was, but I was around about that age, and I didn't understand death enough, I suppose, to know that people were just acting and they didn't really die.
Yeah, I understand.
I think it's more so when you see something like him going through the propeller, you're like, well, he can't come back from that.
Yeah.
He can't be acting that one.
I understand, thinking that the punches are real, or the slaps or whatever, or the fights are a bit more real, but the death.
Hey, I got over it. I got over it.
Good.
Took me a while.
So, defeats him. Hatchling comes out on the wing. does his little moves that he was doing at the start. His little kicky moves and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you felt restricted?
He must have.
Yeah.
Yeah, without it flapping around.
See, that's why you shouldn't do it naked, because it's not practical.
Yeah.
He's not going to be naked in the situation to you.
No, he's not used to it. No.
That's why he lost.
He was wearing leggings. You couldn't see. It was dark.
He wasn't used to the extra weight on his legs.
So at one point, he's got McClane down on the floor, nearly sort of stabbing him, getting the knife in. McClane bites his hand.
Yeah.
Takes a chunk off him and spits at him.
Yeah.
I'd be heaving. If I knew a bit of human flesh or something, I'd be heaving.
But then we know that John McClane can take a lot.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. I don't know how many other people's blood has he had in his mouth.
Yeah.
Kill it. Yeah.
He has no gag reflex.
Oh, but still. Gosh.
Yeah. No, that was disgusting. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, that was a bit of chunk. Yuck.
Oh, and it looked like a decent size as well.
Yeah. I mean, I know he dies, but you can get seriously infected from someone biting you, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of bacteria in the mouth.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The fight continues. John McClane, let's say it, loses, gets thrown off the plane.
Yep.
But as he's falling off, he pulls the petrol dump on the wing.
Fuel dump.
Oh god.
No, that's not even being pedantic.
Yeah, right.
People know that planes don't fly on petrol.
All right, sorry, diesel dump.
Oh, I hate you.
Lands. Plane starts to take off. He also lands just where the petrol starts. I think it was a bit, of course, just to make it easier.
Just before you go, this is, I think, one of the only times throughout the whole film that my fiance Fatima piped up. Oh God, is he going to blow up the plane with a fuel line? That's so cliche.
Is it cliche?
Well, it's not cliche really,
No.
but it was so obvious.
Yeah.
So obvious what the plan
Well,
was.
it wasn't obvious from the start of the film.
It was if you've seen the trailer.
Maybe if you see the trailer, but not from the it's not. It wasn't all building up to that moment where you go, oh, he's finally gonna do it. He's finally gonna do it. Like it sort of happened like a minute before we got the petrol open.
I can't. I agree
understand.
Because what's he going to do? He can't get onto a plane and fight 50 people.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. There has to be some sort of thing. Yeah. I see what you mean as well. With like, it does happen a lot with cars in films.
Yeah.
It's always the flick of the cigarette, which actually doesn't like petrol.
It doesn't like petrol.
Cigarette does not like petrol. So, and it's in so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think they would have done their research on that.
Yeah. I love Mythbusters.
Yeah, Mythbusters. Yeah.
I really miss it.
They've taken it off of Netflix now, haven't they?
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, flicks his lighter and says his catchphrase, which is...
Yippee-ki-yay, movie lovers.
Yippee-ki-yay, movie, love it. Yeah, well done on that. Fire goes up, blows up the plane.
This takes his death count for the film to about, 400?
What, are you blaming him for the first plane's death?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And that's in the space of about 4 hours.
I want to say less. I actually want to say less.
She had 90 minutes left at one point.
Yes. But from that to that, from the start bit to that, to the 90-minute countdown, that was only like half hour.
Right, it's about 4 hours.
It's about 7.5.
He killed 400 people in 4 hours.
Legend.
That's... Like, when you think of films that have the highest death counts, I don't think people count this one, but they should.
Yeah. Maybe that's one to check, actually. That is a big death count. For one person. I know, like, Rambo's got an immense... at some of the Rambo films.
Hundreds. I think Hot Shots Part 2 is the one that's got, 1,000.
Yeah, does that count?
Of course it counts.
It counts, but it's hilarious the way he does with the bullets in Hot Shots 2.
And the chickens. Oh, I love it. If you haven't seen Hot Shots 2, just Hot Shots in general, go check them out. They're stupid, but they're great films.
Mm-hmm.
So then Holly's plane lands, does the emergency landing when everyone jumps out onto the slide.
Yep, it lands because he can see because of the fire from the last plane, which McClane sort of instantly tags as the fire. Yes, there's your landing lights. Yeah, it would be their landing lights, Holly's plane. It would be so their landing lights, just for Holly's plane. Because
the next plane would crash straight into it, because they did not go any further than they had to.
Yeah.
I noted that as well.
No, that's not what I noted. The massive jet engines on the back of these 747s would have blown that out. Would have blown it out.
The flames.
Would have blown maybe not the wreckage, but the line that they followed, the whole line of petrol, of fuel. That's what they were sort of using to land.
But their engines wouldn't be on.
The engines do stay on. They don't just turn the engines off then land.
Well, they put them in reverse.
No, not while they're in the air. There's still the engines on.
Yeah.
No, because they can't turn them off and land in case they have a bad landing and they need to take back off.
Yeah. How cool was it when the plane came down and the smoke went through the
that
thing?
Was so good.
That was awesome.
The circle smoke. Oh my god, the twisty smoke.
I was watching that for about a minute. I loved that.
Oh, but yeah, he would have saved Holly's and then killed every other plane up there, I reckon, by blowing out the lights.
Well, they can just blow up Holly's after she's off it.
Oh, sweet. Leave on it.
You can't just leave her on it.
Alright.
But we see, again, one of his iconic moments when, similar to the first one, when he's walking through Hans. Harley!
Yeah.
Harley!
The joy in his face.
Yeah.
The sort of where he nearly breaks down and cries when he sees her. I felt that, I nearly rolled a tear. I don't know why I felt it so much.
I felt that as well. That was a really emotional scene.
It really was, yeah.
Surprisingly. For you have to say, it's a bit of a silly action movie.
Yeah.
That was a really emotional scene in that.
Yeah, when they embrace and she just gets blood all over her cheeks. I thought that was great as well.
Again. That must be it. That's got to be it.
Why?
Because I've made a note, right? After everything he's done, he's killed about 500 people. How could she leave him?
I don't know. She's an awful, awful woman. Maybe he did go through PTSD between 2 and 3, or 3 and 4, and he had a real bad time.
He had a breakdown.
Yeah.
Shake his head.
Maybe.
It must be.
What he'd done.
Yeah, because got a feel for the guy.
Maybe she just turned awful.
Yeah.
Turned an awful human, and so he went out drinking a lot.
She went back to Gennaro.
Mm.
And again, once more, a recurring theme from the first is that after all of this has happened, he's just allowed to leave.
Yeah. Marv comes back on the little car.
And
bit of comic relief. I'll be damned if I clean up this mess.
Yeah. And then Esperanza, no, not Esperanza, the chief of police.
Yeah, the captain.
Captain. He rips up his ticket. He has a ticket in my parking lot, in my airport.
Mm-hmm.
Rips it up, just and go, don't worry about the 400 people you've killed. You go home.
Yeah,
I'll sort this out.
Yeah, let's not have a single statement.
Yeah, let's not take you.
Yeah. I'd be like, stay close. Go to the airport hotel and go to room 15. Yeah. Don't leave. Chill there for a bit. Have a shower, maybe.
Nuts.
God.
So again, it just wraps the film up nicely with some more police ineptitude.
Yeah.
And also, he'd be saying, it's great they ripped my ticket up. Can I have my car back?
Yeah. The impound lot that I've got to go to tomorrow between 8 and 4 and pay money for.
No, the next day, it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You can't be on Christmas Day.
Is it Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Of course it is. Yes.
Christmas Eve.
Because it does say Christmas Eve, but they keep saying in the tower, all this on Christmas, at the start of Christmas week.
Did they?
Yeah, they say Christmas week once or twice. That's what confused me a little bit, but it definitely was Christmas Eve.
Interesting. Yeah, it definitely is.
Why is it always snowing?
Well, funny you should say that, actually, because their main city, the main location for filming was in Denver, which is usually at the time of year that they were there.
There's no snow.
Always snowing.
Always snowing?
Always snowing.
Oh, okay.
And when they were filming, there was no snow. So they had to go to a different city.
Yeah.
So they had everything planned around Denver because it always snows, and they had to go to a different city.
Didn't they just import snow and get snow cannons?
They did import some snow.
Oh, they did that as well, yeah.
And they got some snow cannons.
That's mental.
That's just really bad luck, isn't it?
But there's certain cities are cheaper to work in, you get tax breaks in America. So there's certain cities or towns or whatever that a lot of films are shot in because there's tax laws. It makes it so much cheaper. So they might have had to move cities, or they got the snow cannons because it might be cheaper to get these snow cannons rather than move city. Yeah.
Georgia's one of those cities, I think.
Georgia, yeah, sounds about right.
So I've got a few more bits of trivia that I found for the film. I thought you might find interesting. So during the paint battle scene,
paint battle
in the Sky Annex.
Oh yeah.
Black and Decker paid something like $150,000 to have a drill product placement on the on the little towers that they're using for painting.
Product placement, yeah, right? Yeah.
They paid $150,000 for it. They filmed it and then they cut it from the film.
They cut the scene where it was in the film, right?
So Black and Decker sued them, and that was the first of a case of misusing product placement.
Yeah.
So they breach of contract basically.
Oh, was it?
So they paid $150,000 for it, and I think they sued them for $600,000.
No way. Black and Decker, were they as big back then?
No.
No, they were sort of starting up. That's why they were getting in a big film.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart. What else you got for me?
Another thing, you could probably tell this throughout the film. This one you could probably pick up on throughout the film. In the first film, he had a few one-liners, John, but they were mostly scripted. There's a couple in there that were ad-libs. So in this film, they just gave him total freedom, pretty much, to use one-liners and ad-lib and that kind of fourth wall breaking.
Was Yippee ad-libbed in the original?
No.
I thought that's why. I thought that's maybe why they would have gave it to him, because the biggest line in it.
No. That was. I'm pretty sure that was scripted.
You know, I can sort of see that in the film. There's a lot of lines, like we sort of mentioned it earlier, where it seems a little bit forced. Or they're trying to do a one-liner, but about 10 to 12 times. Rather in the first one, there was a few. Welcome to the party, pal. Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem as forced.
I reckon he probably did 4 times the amount that we've seen.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure there was one in the trailer that didn't make it into the film.
Yeah.
So he must have filmed so many, and then they just used what they got, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I want to play a little game.
Okay. This is new.
This is new, and this is for listeners as well. I'll take your answer, but I won't reveal if you get it right or not until a later date. So I'm going to give you 4 different titles that this film was released in 4 different countries. I want you to tell me which one matches up to the other.
Are they translated into English?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Obviously. Otherwise you'd just be able to tell.
Yeah.
And for you listeners as well, tweet in, message in, let us know if you get it right. First person to get it right gets a shout out on the pod next week. Okay, ready? So the 4 countries are Germany, Poland, France, and Spain. And don't look at my
I'm not looking, I can't see from here.
And the 4 options are The Glass Trap.
Was it Die Hard, The Glass Trap?
No, The Glass Trap.
So Die Hard 2 was called The Glass Trap in one of these countries?
Yes. In
either Germany, Poland, Spain and...
France. Do you want to
okay.
hear the 4?
Okay.
Okay, so The Glass Trap.
Glass Trap.
A Hard Nut to Crack.
Okay.
58 Minutes to Live.
Yeah.
And The Glass Jungle.
None of them make sense to the film.
Well, one does, which is 58 Minutes to Live, because that is the novel for which the original Die Hard is based off, which is 58 minutes.
Okay.
So that one makes sense.
I'll go with Germany for that one then.
Okay.
58 Minutes to Live. What was the first one again?
The Glass Trap.
We'll go in Spain for that.
Okay.
The other glass one was...
The Glass Jungle.
France.
Okay.
And the last one...
A Hard Nut to Crack.
Hard Nut to Crack, Poland.
Well, I can say with confidence
that
you did not get any of them right. So if anyone does, please get in touch.
Not a single one.
Not a single one. So that's
I
the
thought
clue.
that first one, just Germany, sounded right. I thought they'd go original. I don't know what it is.
Sorry.
First stereotype in Germans.
First person to get all answers right. Hopefully, no cheating. Gets a shout out on the pod. So do leave a message. Do leave your name. Too many people write in and are anonymous. Moving on to that, got a couple of questions in from listeners.
It's question time. It's question time. Wayne, give me a question. Boo!
Okay, we've got a question from Jim. Do you think Die Hard 1 and 2 are too similar?
Interesting.
I see it.
That's such a layered question. They are not too similar they are very similar in many ways, but it's the same characters and it's a similar plot point, which is what he's known for, which is why you'd rewrite another film for this character to do the same sort of thing. You wouldn't have Rambo in the next film opening up a flower store. You know what I mean? He's going to do the same sort of thing in the second film. So you can't just completely change of what this character is.
No, I know what you're saying.
The second one, I think it's similar. I think it's forced to. I think it feels a little bit forced in the way it is similar, and so certain things they've literally carried over from the first one to make it similar to sell.
Yeah.
Where say we haven't got to it yet. The third one feels more original again.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I will go say yes. They are quite similar.
So how many times have we said tonight, oh, here's a recurring theme and
recurring theme
from the first one?
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. You know, you can't have too much of a good thing, they say.
I think you can. I think if they went up for a third one, there was the same like this, people get pretty bored. Think like Transformers. First film, amazing.
Yeah.
Second, third, fourth.
Second was pretty good, and then it dwindled.
Because that is just Michael Bay blowing things up, right?
Essentially with loud noises of transforming things.
Whereas I am excited to see the third one because I remember most of the plot and that is twists and turns and it's totally different. It's not a heist situation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm glad they changed up for that. Okay, there you go, Jim. And then from Millie, why don't they make a bigger deal about the 200 British people that died?
Because Americans hate British people?
Deep. They do. They don't really.
They've got to move on. They're dead. They're dead. Great, not great. Bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, but they've got however many thousand people in the air. Like they can either concentrate and dwindle, and go into their feelings on the dead people, or they can try and save the 4,000 people in the air.
No, I get it, but you don't even see like a massive thing on the news about the plane going down. You see a little snippet, but it doesn't seem. A plane's just crashed in America.
Yeah. We're not watching the news. We're watching Die Hard, so we're not going to see all the news that would have followed.
I know. I just feel like there would be. I think they missed a scene there where they showed the panic and terror of that.
Yeah, people lighting candles or something,
right? Don't forget
people crying in the terminals or whatever.
Their loved ones.
Yeah, maybe that's why they made it British as well, because it was too complicated. If they had made it Americans, too many people would have been there that knew them, so it would have caused a massive panic. Where it was just 2 people that were meeting them because they're from England, a lot of them. Obviously, you'd have American.
Yeah.
But, yeah, maybe that's why they went for a foreign country rather than an American one.
Interesting.
Good question.
So why didn't... Yeah,
good to think about.
Why didn't they make a big deal? Yeah, there you go, Millie.
Thank you, Millie.
One of my final points was that I think with most sequels, and I think we're going to come across this a lot, is that most sequels to really good films, or people that loved films, generally are a letdown. I would say that this was not a letdown.
I wouldn't call it nowhere near a letdown. Absolutely not.
I still really enjoyed it.
It's the thing with sequels is 99 times out of 100 they're nowhere near as good as the original.
Yeah.
So like one of the first films to ever properly do like overpass the original was Terminator 2, which came out a couple of years later, I believe. Yeah. So this was never going to be Die Hard.
This grossed almost double of Die Hard.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's mental.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know that, no. But again, the Die Hard thing's out there now. People know what it is, so you won't just get newbies going to it. You'll get people who've seen Die Hard 1 going to it.
Yeah,
so that's
who
why.
Love Die Hard 1.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, fair.
And you'll have people going to it twice and whatever.
Mm-hmm. So on the back of that, do you want to give a rating?
I'm going to go for a solid... So the first one I gave 9 or 9.5, I believe. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go for a solid 6.
Whoa.
6. I think 6.
That feels low.
This is partly looking ahead because I know right now how I feel about 3, 4, and 5.
Right.
And I know before watching them around about where they're going to score. I think before watching them and rewatching them.
But this film on its own.
But again, we're doing the franchise, so I'm basing this around the Die Hard films.
Okay.
So this film was again great film. There's nothing wrong with 6. There's a million films on IMDb that's 6 or below, but around the 6 mark that are great films. I love this film. It's my favourite character of all time, as you know.
Yeah.
It's Die Hard. It's just the whole way. Again, I've got such an emotional connection with these films. I've watched them a million times. I haven't watched this one in a long time. But even this, as growing up, this number 2 is the film I watched the least out of at the time would have been quadrilogy or trilogy and then quadrilogy. So 2 was always my least favourite. Only because I know how good 1, 3, 4 are. So, yeah, I don't have as much a connection to this film. I don't care about it as much. Like, there's some great bits. I love John McClane. He's doing what he does. But, yeah, I think 6 is quite fair from where I'm at for it.
Okay.
Like when we watched the first one the other week, I feel like I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to watch it again probably in the next week or 2. This one I'm probably going to leave for a few years again.
Okay.
Which is nothing. It's nothing bad against the film. It's just not my favourite one of them. So where are you at with the film? What's your grading?
I'm surprised with yours, to be honest. I think as soon as I finished watching, I was like, yeah, that's a solid 7.
You gone for 7?
Yeah, because I don't think I'm looking too far ahead and judging on that, because again I've got one to come I don't even know. So I can't base it all around that. Just on a film on its own, standalone. I think 7's fair. If I am looking ahead to my head right now, what I think my preferences is, I think 7 fits. I think there's better to come. I don't think a lot of people like 4, but from memory I really like 4. But that's got
4 was great.
Justin Long and Kevin Smith, so that's our connection to it. So we're always going to think that's a better film than a lot of people do. But yeah, I think 7. I think there wasn't heaps that took me out of it. There was a few odd bits here, and then there was a big point with the plot that I didn't agree with.
Yeah.
But still a really enjoyable action film.
Yeah.
Not a Christmas movie.
Not a Christmas movie. Set at Christmas, but not a Christmas movie.
Not a Christmas movie. No. So there is a difference.
But
yeah, no, I'm happy with 7.
Yeah, I see what you mean about taking you out of it. Like, there wasn't many mistakes in my eyes. There was a few plot holes or a few things that might not look great, but where you go, oh, that's obviously a mistake. There wasn't much of that. You know what I mean? It didn't take me out of the plot whatsoever. So I see what you mean by 7. Like I said, I think it's just my emotional connection to the others and watching these films hundreds of times when I was a kid.
Fair. Well, that's that's
I think if you look at it like a third, this is the third less good as the first one. That doesn't sound so bad, does it? So the first one is a third better than this.
To me, that still seems quite high.
Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
But anyway, that's what we do. So that puts us in.
Disagree.
That puts us in at 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
Go straight into number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's following the order at the moment. Up next week, obviously, is Die Hard 3.
Die Hard 3, we got recording Monday.
Mm-hmm. And we will have a guest on the pod.
Very special guest.
Very special guest. Who is it?
It's my brother.
It's my brother.
He ain't heavy, he's my brother.
Yes, your brother Dean's coming on.
Yeah.
Excited?
He is. Oh, Dean. Oh, it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. You know what? He's going to listen to this. I'm not going to give him many compliments. So we can wait till he's here.
I'm sure.
But he'll be great for this podcast.
I'm sure he'll attract his own compliments.
I'm sure.
I'm sure they'll gravitate towards him.
Exactly. He's a large man. He doesn't have his own gravitational pull. Wayne.
It's not funny if you explain the joke.
Yeah, but they don't know. The listeners don't know he's a large man.
That was a personal one. That was a personal
That
attack.
was just for you, dude.
Sorry.
Can you cut all this so he still comes on Monday?
Never.
Okay. I love you, dude.
Okay, so that's it. That's the pod.
Here's the pod. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share the pod. Anyone who thinks is going to like it, who's not going to like it? It's a film. It's a podcast about films that we all love.
Everyone watch films.
Yeah. So
everyone watches films.
Make sure every listener, share the pod on at least once. We would really appreciate it. Make sure you get to iTunes, give us those 5-star reviews if you like the pod. Helps get us out there, get us more of you lovely listeners. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Franchise Rundown or at The Franchise RD. Get those questions and comments in for next week and let us know how you get on with the different names from different countries quiz for this film.
Yes, Die Hard 3 next week. Be back. Listen.
I've been Charlie.
I've been Wayne. Oh, you slipped that one in.
Wasn't expecting it. Good night.
Good night.